feeling some kind of way about, you know, those bully tactics and about people with muscle trying to impose their will on me, and I learned how to use my brain to prevent a lot of that. So, you know, I do have a little chip on my shoulder when it comes to bullies. It was after me, you know, it's no secret. It was after me because of my mind, I believe, you know what I mean? I'm a thinker. I encourage our people, I uplift our people, and, you know, just like before me, all the greats, they killed them off and didn't like them either. So I'm nothing above and more special than any of those that came before me. But I think where those guys are concerned, you have to realize that they see very deep and very far. And this very moment and this thing that I was trying to do in the beginning were inspiring, you know, my people for the rap game to become what it's becoming today. You know what I mean? I think they seen this coming and didn't want it to last, didn't want it to happen. But it's here, you know what I mean? They can't do anything about it. But anybody who was following me, you know what I mean? I was trying to breathe life into the homies in the hood to come and get in this game. My vision was, at the time, was to tap into a real homie in every city so we could become our own major. You know what I mean? That's the way my mind was ticking. And when you have a mind like that, you know, all these kind of people don't like it. So to make a long story short, here's what they tried to do to me. I'm probably one of the only brothers I know that got 12 felonies and beat all of them. You know what I mean? They said booby trap after booby trap trying to destroy my movement. And ultimately, they got these two guys, one of them named, this man, 8 people, you know what I mean? And they put him on me, you know what I mean? Put him on my hood, on the wall. And he destroyed a lot of lives. And, you know what I mean, would exercise his gangster tactic every day, sending threats at me on my life and what they were going to do to me. And ultimately, now to sum it up, and recently they reached out to me to try and get me to assist them with their own. I said, you guys. I asked the second man, was it you? He swore up and down on his mother and father. Understand, I already knew who it was, the one who was doing all of the swearing. I tell you, one way of dealing with it is learning how to distinguish the lie from the Memorex. You know what I mean? When you become a student of the game where you can see bullshit, then it helps you bypass it and not spend a lot of time with it. So sharpen up the distinguishing skills of that type of work. Battle that, you know, that's in the guidelines of battle. You know what I mean? It's just like a good fight. I like a good boxing match. I'm in boxing. But when a man go and put loaded gloves on and, you know what I mean, load his gloves up and put iron in it and then put, you know what I mean, it's rules and guidelines with everything, I feel. And you know what I mean, when you're not in line with those, then, well, it all depends on the temperament of the person. You know what I mean? Other words, if another man wanted to receive, you know what I mean, what this dude done to him, and he grimy, he want to get in the pig pen and, you know what I mean, deal with, push you on that level, then okay, you know, let him do his thing. He might be gutter like that. You know what I mean? So we can't allow no moment like that to stop our movement. That's all I'm saying. We're on a real movement. But it was just a thought. You know, I brought everybody together and I explained to them coming in the gate that you was on Prince land and I hang people that, you know what I mean, get out of line. So it was understood coming through the gate, and we all had a good time, actually. You know what I mean? We all had a good time, and that's a historical picture because a lot of people is dead, you know, spend this moment with us. So that's how that came about. I built a recreation center in Fifth Ward, a boxing facility, full court basketball facility. My way of giving back to my community. After I started watching, the fighters fight, boxing was always my first love. And while they was turning their flame up, I popped up in their living room, and that was a beautiful ride. I was able to come in, and of course the whole promotional team was against me when I came in because they felt some kind of way. Dad, his uncle, the promoters, none of them. I wasn't welcome, right? I wasn't welcome, and they said I had brainwashing. They accused me of all kinds of things because when I came in, I was disrupting their plans and plots where he was concerned, and I freed him from all the strongholds that they had on him, you know what I mean? And most of all, I was able to, when I came in, they had him, and you can't even imagine, but he was a nice going up to the podium and doing like they say do. So I come in with that rap mentality. I'm like, man, be you, do you. You know what I mean? Which he ultimately done. And we made some moves. That was the foundation that was the real movement that started his movement. And I wrote about all of this in the book because he didn't really want that fight. So I had to pump him up. He just jumped on his wife. He gave her a concussion, bruised her ribs. I said, let's whoop him for all the abused women in the United States over there. I'm trying to get him right?
Straight up.
And ultimately, about 6 o'clock that morning, after I left him, he wasn't in agreement with fighting. No, Jay, it ain't time. But ultimately, he called me like, okay, you want me? I brought you in my career to manage me. You want to do this? Let's do it. So we decided to do it. So I had to go and explain to them. We didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean? That was said wrong. And ultimately, when we got ready to fight, they didn't have no dates, so they say. You know what I mean? Like that Sunday, we was on the front page of the putting him on the front row. And boy, he wasn't no more good.
I want everybody to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Jay Prince. Let me know if you're a fan of Camron or is you rocking with Mase. What they said about Jay Prince, it led Jay Prince to pulling up on them, actually making the scene. He was real disruptive when he pulled up to their podcast. And I want y'all to know, Jay Prince, he one of the main ones who got connections all through the United States, regardless of what they tried to stop. They bashed his name. They put his name out there as if he wasn't a big homie. Mase, he did a lot of talking until Jay Prince pulled up and asked him, like, man, do you want to get in the ring? Jay Prince was the main one who told them, like, man, I'm just trying to mentor y'all. Let y'all know that the way that y'all doing this, y'all doing good, but at the same time, you got to watch what you say. Church. I want everybody to know Jay Prince, he's the main one who basically set a foundation for all these guys, and they tried to discredit him. I want everybody to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Jay Prince. Let me know if you think Jay Prince was wrong for pulling up with 8 Mobties members to their podcast. He wasn't wrong for it in my eyes, but I want y'all to let me know down in the comment section.